Ghanaian YouTuber Eloma Bebu, popularly known as Ama Governor, will not be called to the Ghana bar on Friday when her colleagues formally joined the profession. This is despite her successful completion of the professional law program that saw her pass her exams and skill the interview session as well. She was due to be called on Friday but received a letter from the secretary to the General Legal Counsel informing her of the decision. A complaint is said to have been received from a concerned citizen alleging that she lacks good character. A video recording of her YouTube content said to show her allegedly engaged in conduct unbecoming of an application to be called to the bar has been attached to the complaint. Joy News sources say the General Legal Counsel has constituted a 3-member committee to investigate the complaint. Her call to the bar has meanwhile been put on hold pending the outcome of the investigation. This development has set Twitter talking amid condemnation by many regarding the decision of the General Legal Counsel. And here on your screens, you can see a few of those comments. If Ama Governor was fit to be a law student and wasn't sacked, then she's fit to be a lawyer. Call her to the bar and leave the assessment of her morals and social values to the law firms and organizations to decide her employability. Nana Ama Jemana Sante says, Ama Governor has been promoting LGBTQI in Ghana, which is against the law, and she wants to be a lawyer. I blame the people who destroyed public education in Ghana for the illogical arguments I have heard. Those are some of the comments on Twitter. Now, well, South Dai MP Roxanne Nelson Dafiamakpo says the directive by the director of the Ghana School of Law upon to the Ghana School of Law students to submit their social media handles to be monitored is tantamount to media censorship and gagging the students. He joins me on the line, but shortly, this is what he posted on Twitter. He says, directing law school students to submit social media handles for monitoring is an infringement on their constitutional rights to free expression. And the directive request by Director of Ghana School of Law to law students to submit their social media handles to be monitored is tantamount to media censorship and gagging the students. The directive is most unconstitutional and unacceptable. It must not be countenanced in any manner or form in a 2022 Ghana. He joins me now on phone for more on this. I'm grateful for your time, sir. What is your reaction to the young lady who will not be called to the bar because of her YouTube and social media account?
Now, my reaction is one of shock and disbelief on grounds that the contents of the letter from the General Legal Counsel are letting or putting the lady on notice that a complaint has been filed against her, reference the content of the professional, into bracket, professional conduct and etiquette instrument. Now, the LI that the General Legal Counsel referenced is in respect of the conduct of professionals. Now, the particular provision they reference is in respect of the eligibility for being called to the bar. But if you read the content of the complaint, based on which the General Legal Counsel is taking this action, the complaint alleges a breach of the conduct of the student's handbook. Now, if you read the Ghana School of Law Students Handbook, a breach or a misconduct is actionable by the management of the school. There's a procedure. It doesn't get to the General Legal Counsel. It is held at the level of the registrar, and it is appealable from the registrar to the Board of Legal Education. So we need to be careful how we handle this matter. The complaint is about the conduct of the student. Somebody says that a student who is here to be a lawyer has misconducted himself and alleged certain things and says that as a result of that, the code of conduct of students has been breached. So if you go to the handbook, the procedure, the school itself outlined when there's a breach of conduct by a student, it's in the handbook. So I'm struggling to appreciate how the General Legal Counsel will come into this matter when it is about the conduct of a student. Yes, I agree that part of the eligibility criteria, you are supposed to pass your exam, and you are also supposed, there is also supposed to be a report of good conduct. Now, if there's supposed to be a report of good conduct, how is the good conduct determined when there's a complaint? The General Legal Counsel ought to wait and ensure that that internal inquiry by the Ghana School of Law is exhausted and there's a report. So what the General Legal Counsel is supposed to do is to go ahead and, because you see, you must be innocent until proven guilty. That is the principle we work with in this country, in our system. So a mere allegation of complaint is from which they should refuse to call you to the bar. Because when you are put to the bar and a case of misconduct.
Nelson Dafiameko is a member of parliament. Go ahead, Mr. Dafiameko.
There's a procedure to disbar a lawyer who has been called properly to the bar and a case has been made. So they are being so unfair to the young lady. I'm not worried about the issues, but I'm looking purely at the legal procedure being employed. There appears to be some confusion. It is the law school that must handle this matter, not the General Legal Counsel. It is the Board of Legal Education, which I agree is under the General Legal Counsel, but this is not a matter that should engage the General Legal Counsel at this time.
So in your opinion, the young lady should be called to the bar whilst investigations commence?
Be called to the bar when the matter is determined and that misconduct is properly established. The General Legal Counsel can disbar her. You know, somebody doesn't make a mere allegation and then based on that, you refuse to call somebody to the bar. You must be innocent until you are proven guilty. That is the principle in our jurisprudence.
I'm grateful
why is the principle being overturned on its head?
Well, we'll see how this pans out. I'm grateful for your time this afternoon. Roxanne Nelson Dafiameko is a member of the Constitution, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee of Parliament.